Hi, my name's Richard Eve. Except it isn't. I changed it when I was 16 years old. I didn't do it officially or anything like that. I just kept calling myself by that name until it stuck. It took a while, about 2 or 3 years, which is an eternity when you're 16 years old. I think people saw it as being partly legitimized when at the age of 18 I formed a band and started doing gigs, because the tradition of having a stage name is well established. Becoming a singer and songwriter was in itself a process involving some slow acceptance. People would look at me with a nasty, wry sort of sympathy and say things like, "I'm sorry mate, you're not being funny or nothing, you're just not, you know what I mean?" Anyway, it turned out that I was, and fairly convincing. I'm sure there are photos out there that will help attest to that. I still do write and record songs, but nowadays it's more of a pastime than self-expression. My main interest these days is in this channel and video making in general. And I feel, once again, like I have a way to go before people are content to fold that into my identity. But here's the thing, I'm very lucky to have found acceptance in those things at all, when ultimately it's just one person's expression versus the perception of the community. And add to that none of these personal export endeavors, if you like, came with any credible references or formal qualification. It was just my version of myself versus everybody else's. It was frustrating, and obviously, especially when you're young, the source of a lot of self-doubt. But in the end, it was my duty to persuade, and not the duty of everyone else to dole out acceptance. What you rely on is other people's willingness to keep an open mind. At least that gives you the stage. After that, it's up to you to make your case. When it comes to keeping an open mind, I recently and very narrowly avoided making a serious blunder in this respect.
So, you saw something on Facebook?
Yes.
What did you see?
I saw that Oliver Thorne had transitioned into Abigail Thorne.
Okay, and what did you think about this?
I thought maybe it was bullshit, like attention grabbing.
And what were you going to do?
I was going to make a video. I was going to make a video taking the piss.
Then what happened?
I watched a video.
And?
It was good. It was really good.
And so how do you feel now?
Stupid.
Yes.
So the main thing here is not that I came down on the side of Abigail, but that I prodded myself to keep an open mind and hear someone's case before saying something I might come to regret. And not regret politically necessarily, but regret because it was hasty. Open-mindedness has a bad rep. I think it's become something that we associate with excessive credulity and a willingness to race ahead to the point of unqualified acceptance, which of course is just as much an indication of bias as is stubborn, bloody-mindedness. The way I look at it though, keeping an open mind, open-mindedness is really about maintaining that enthusiasm for new data. The saying goes, don't be quick to judge, or similar. It's not don't judge, because that would be stupid, because the human brain is basically a judging machine. The important part is don't be quick. And from a more conservative angle, don't let people guilt trip you into rushing toward acceptance of a thing when you can't be sure yourself whether or not you've properly thought it through to the best of your ability. As long as you're not blanketly condemning a thing, and as long as failure to conclude doesn't clearly and presently endanger others, then exercise skepticism. You know, skepticism is good. Skepticism is what stopped your ancestors from eating poisonous berries. There are some people who insist that trans skepticism, for example, clearly and presently does endanger trans lives. And next week I will give you my thoughts about that. In the meantime, I will leave a link to Philosophy Tube, Abigail Thorne, in a description bar. Go and look at the channel. It's really good. It's really good. Thanks.